This is Drone Nation, the show about flying drones for fun, business, and a real career. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
Welcome to Flying Drones for Fun, Business, and a Real Career. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're talking about how drones are literally redrawing the map, mapping and surveying with drones.
Which sounds super technical, but trust me, it's actually one of the coolest jobs you can do with a drone license.
Like surveyors used to spend weeks hiking around with tripods and measuring tape just to figure out where property lines are.
Now a drone can cover about 200 acres in a single flight. That used to take a ground crew several days.
Several days, my dad can't even finish assembling furniture in several days, so that's genuinely impressive.
The drone flies a pre-programmed grid pattern, taking hundreds of overlapping photos from different angles.
Then special software stitches those photos together into what's called an orthomosaic, basically a super accurate flat map of the area.
It can also build a 3D model of the terrain, showing every hill, ditch, and bump with centimeter-level accuracy.
Centimeter level. We're not talking Google Maps blurry house accuracy here. This is like count the bricks on a wall accurate.
Construction companies use these maps before breaking ground so they know exactly how much dirt needs to move.
Moving less dirt means spending less money, and construction projects are already famously good at spending money they don't have.
Surveying is also huge in mining, where you need to track exactly how much rock or material has been removed from a site.
Before drones, they'd lower people into the pit with measuring equipment. Now the drone just flies over and does the math.
Speaking of math, the software calculates something called a digital elevation model, which maps every point's height above sea level.
That sounds like something you'd name a band. Digital elevation model, opening for Coldplay this Friday.
Ha! But seriously, farmers use elevation models to figure out where water pools in their fields after rain.
If you know where the low spots are, you can fix drainage problems before an entire crop gets waterlogged and ruined.
Agriculture is actually one of the fastest growing sectors for drone mapping. Fields are big, flat, and perfect for aerial surveys.
And time matters in farming. You want that map done in hours, not weeks, before planting season passes you by.
Here's a wild one. Archaeologists are using drone mapping to find buried ruins without ever picking up a shovel.
The drone spots subtle differences in soil color or plant growth that reveal foundations hidden underground for thousands of years.
They found ancient structures in the Peruvian desert that were invisible from the ground but obvious from 50 meters up.
50 meters up, and suddenly you're discovering a civilization. Drones are basically time machines with propellers.
The sensors matter a lot here too. Some survey drones carry LiDAR, which stands for light detection and ranging.
LiDAR shoots out laser pulses and measures how long they take to bounce back, building a point cloud of the environment.
LiDAR can even see through forest canopy, mapping the ground beneath trees where a regular camera photo just sees leaves.
Which is how researchers mapped hidden Maya cities in Guatemala, buried under jungle for over 1,000 years.
According to one study, drone surveys can reduce mapping costs by up to 70% compared to traditional ground methods.
70%. That's not a small improvement. That's the kind of number that makes entire industries rethink how they operate.
To do this professionally, you need a Part 107 drone license in the US, plus software skills.
Software like Pix4D or Drone Deploy. These programs do the heavy lifting, turning photos into maps and models.
Learning photogrammetry, which is the science of making measurements from photos, is basically a superpower for a licensed drone pilot.
Superpower is right. You show up to a job site with a drone and leave with a 3D model of the whole property.
Survey drone pilots can earn between $60,000 and $90,000 a year, and demand is growing fast.
Growing because infrastructure is aging, construction is booming, and everyone suddenly needs accurate maps of everything everywhere all at once.
The career path is real. You could start doing local land surveys and end up mapping disaster zones for emergency response teams.
Or mapping ocean floors with underwater drones, or scanning glaciers to track climate change. The word drone barely covers it anymore.
It really doesn't. Drones are becoming the primary tool for understanding the physical world around us.
And the coolest part is that the pilots who know how to collect and process that data are genuinely in demand right now.
So if you like flying, love tech, and want a job that takes you to interesting places, mapping might be your thing.
Learn the software, get the license, practice your grid patterns, and you could be mapping the future, literally. See you next week on Drone Nation.